welcome to my YouTube channel. If you could just subscribe and like below. And today we are doing a little coffee chat. I'm going to be talking about manifestation, law of attraction, and just overall positivity, how I use that in my life, and then how you can use it in your life too. So let's get started. I'm going to be using my little full of ideas little notebook and we'll get right into it. Okay, so I do have a few references. I have really been into manifestation books and just brain books in general. So I'm super excited. One book I can of course not find, but I will put a picture of it and I'm also going to list the name and the author. So I'll just start off with these books first. Try not to lose someplace. Okay. So this one is just Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I actually saw this one on TikTok and it looked cool, so I decided to grab it. The only downside to this book, if you do want to read it, is that you are going to have to purchase like his own meditations, which I didn't really like, but I do like his overall gist. And basically he's just talking about how to, in general, how the law of attraction and quantum and all of that works, the science behind it, and then also how your environment is going to influence you and how you can overcome that, how your internal environment can overcome your external environment, and how you can stop being reactive in situations that you don't want to be reactive in, and how you can ultimately break the habit of being yourself. This one I like too. This one is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. This one, if you get this edition, it also has his second book, You Can Change Your Whole Life, which is nice. The only thing about this book too, which was very interesting and I liked, is he did throw in the Christianity beliefs as well. So it was pretty nice, since I am Catholic, to kind of see how that can intertwine. So this book was very interesting. And also a nice thing about this book, he obviously talks about experiences and stuff with people. But at the end of each chapter, he gives you 10 tips and takeaways from the chapter, so it's super nice. The last book is just Visionboards by Centrella, and I really liked it. It is a book that you can do. I did it once every morning because I think it has about 12 chapters, and ultimately she leads you through some questions. She gives her own experiences, and then she gives you actionable things to do. So I actually did one of her vision boards and it's up on my wall. So yeah, those are my resources. And I also do have two YouTubers that I love, and one of them also does a podcast, so I will list their names below and you can go watch their videos for more information. Now I'm going to go into just the definitions of manifestation, law of attraction, and positivity. So manifestation is just an event, action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, a theory, or an abstract idea. But I kind of like this definition of it. It's a sign of alignment, which is exactly what manifestation is. In my own terms, it's you are putting out there the thing or the event that you want. Please make it positive. So you can do that in multiple different ways. You can write out what you want, and the vision boards does a really good job of like helping you do that. Law of attraction. This is a belief that is positive or a belief that a positive or negative thought brings a positive or negative experience into a person's life, which is, I talked about in one of my earlier videos, it's just the idea that like attracts like. And lastly, positivity is the practice of being or tendency to be optimistic in attitude, which thankfully positivity comes easily to me. So it's nice. I know if you do struggle with anxiety or depression, that sometimes can be harder, but always think that, you know, something positive could come out of it. So now I'm going to give y'all 5 of my ideas that I've gained from these books, or practices that y'all can take. I guess just 5 ideas that y'all can use as well or keep in mind when you want to try and work on manifestation, law of attraction, or positivity. So we'll get right into that. So the first one is the universe hears you. The universe will hear everything. This is very essential in positive or negative words. So if you are trying to manifest things, try not to use don't or not or any negative connotation. So for example, I don't want to be as negative. The universe is just going to hear negative. So instead you want to say, I want to be more positive. I want to be more of a light and stuff like that. Also want to speak presently. So you don't want to speak as if it's already happened or if it might happen. It is happening. You are on that journey to get your manifestation or whatever it is that you want. I am recording right now. It's not, so the universe or God is protecting me. The universe, God, it's already protecting you. It's already there with you. It's already working towards that. And whenever you say that, it's in action, so it's on the way. And you also do have to believe that it's on the way too, and that's super hard with doubts and stuff. But again, that comes in with the positivity mindset. I was going to talk about, I guess this can go along with rule number 1, so the universe hears you. And I'm not going to show too much, but it literally just shows this little figure. And in the figure, it's talking, this is what I'm talking about, the quantum field, and this is why the universe does hear you, and this is why I like that manifesting is a thing, because technically there are infinite possibilities of every single situation. So that means that your positive situation, whatever you want, that manifestation that you're trying to get is out there in the field of opportunities. Read the figure caption because I think it really helps. It says, all potential experiences exist in the quantum field as a sea of infinite possibilities. When you change your electromagnetic signature by changing how you think or feel to match that already exists in the field, your body will be drawn to that event. You will move into a new line of time, or the event will find you in your new reality. So I just think it's cool because it's just saying if you focus on what you do want, that one outcome or whatever it is, you're sending energy and vibrations that way. And so all your decisions and all your actions will be more aligned with that outcome, if that makes sense. And is your subconscious makes up 90% of your brain function, which y'all probably are gonna think is crazy. Google it, because actually I think they say it's 95%. So that is insane that 95% of your mind is literally your subconscious. So that's why in that book, especially, it mentions how hard it is to break the habit of being yourself, because you only have 5% of your conscious mind working, and you have to convince your subconscious of the change, or at least come to terms with your subconscious. I wrote also that you are your biggest influence. At the end of the day, you are the one who is having the most conversations with yourself. You're constantly talking to yourself. You're constantly maybe saying negative things, maybe saying positive things, maybe making up scenarios in your head. You are your longest relationship. You are just everything. So that's why your relationship with yourself is the most important one, and you need to make sure that you're positively influencing yourself. So you want to make sure you're doing that, because if you're just speaking negative actions or thoughts into your mind, that's just going to negatively influence you. The whole thing is you have to trick your subconscious, because your subconscious already has its idea on something. You kind of have to trick it, and that's where you can trick it with affirmations. So that's why you see people saying affirmations in the mirror, I'm confident, I'm strong, all of that. That's really where you're tricking yourself, and it seems so silly, and sometimes it can feel so odd to do. You don't have to say them out loud, you don't have to say them in a mirror. I will say them in my head, but overall idea is that you are tricking your subconscious. That really is so important, because you can try and make your effort all you want, but at the end of the day, your subconscious rules your mind, so might as well trick that too. I just got so nervous because I was recording, and then my battery percent just came on, and I was like, oh no, I just rambled, and it did not even catch it, but it did. We're still in Mercury retrograde right now, so but my third idea is you have to visualize things, and this also does play into the whole subconscious. So it does show how powerful your subconscious mind is, because if you just think of a thought for long enough, you can feel that experience. And that's what you want to trigger when you are visualizing. If you want to, I know we're in the middle of a pandemic, but let's say you want to have a hot girl summer in Hawaii this summer. You really do need to try and focus on you're on the plane right there, you are your toes are in the sand, you are feeling that Hawaiian sign, and the universe will find a way, or God will find a way to give you those things or get you that experience. This is very important in vision boards. Obviously, the Futureboards book helped a lot with that, and this is also where you can learn if you are a specific or non-specific manifestor in a sense. So some people will write every single tiny little detail, or some will just be like, you know what, I would like to go on this trip. I'm putting that out there. I'm visualizing that I'm in this place. You don't really know how you're going to get there, what experience is going to come up, but you know at the end of the day that you're probably going to go to Hawaii and have a hot girl summer. So yeah, for that you can just practice and just see. I like to get into detail, and another podcaster that I listened to, she did a great 2020, even though it was a bad year, 2020, like New Year's Day, how you just write out every single aspect of your life, what kind of candle you're smelling, what kind of green juice you're drinking in the morning, and all of that stuff. And in a sense, that also is like tricking your subconscious mind. It's also really fun to do too, very creative. Or is gratitude. So you want to come from a place of fulfillment. When you are grateful for the things that you have, that's just going to allow more room for new experiences to come. It also will allow you to release what you want and what you don't want in your life whenever you are grateful. So for me, I will just write down 3 things that I'm grateful for every single day. It can be the same thing that you put yesterday. It can be as little as my coffee, or as big as that thankfully New Orleans is okay in this winter storm. So it's just to take time. You really do need to take time, especially with the whole subconscious, and just take time in general, because you're awake, I don't even know, 7 minus 24 hours. Is that 18 hours? Whatever. You are awake majority of the day. You are tending to everyone else's stuff. You need to take at least 5 to 10 minutes a day to focus on you, to calm your mind, and to not be in fight or flight. So what I do is I will do a 5 or 10 minute meditation every single morning before I get ready for the day, before I interact with anyone. That is what I'm doing, because it just really does calm you. And I would just say it makes me more conscious of things that I am doing that I want to change, and it also just makes me more calm or more peaceful. And along with that, you can meditate, or maybe you can pray for 5 to 10 minutes a day, or you can do both. I would love to try and do both. And again, that silence is a moment for yourself, and to recognize your patterns and recognize it. Also, you can like take it to be grateful. Regardless, please just take time for yourself. Even if it is just 5 minutes in the car or something like that, definitely do that. So overall, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I could definitely get into manifestation, law of attraction so much longer. I really have educated myself in it, obviously not to like the degree of making a book about it, but I really do think it is interesting. It is an easy way to adjust your life or try and alter it a little bit to make it a better one. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them below, but I hope y'all enjoy this video. Thanks, and stay tuned for next Friday.